We are back, and of course, it's not Tuesday unless we get a visit from the ASCK Humane Society. We got the director herself, Jasmine Kyle, back with us. Good morning, Jasmine.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, and of course, we can't help but notice our special guest. Who do we bring today?
Yeah, so this is Betty. Betty, as you can see, is very, very sweet. She is, you wouldn't believe it with how active she is, but she's an 8.5-year-old black lab mix. Betty, as you can see, knows how to sit on command. She also knows how to shake on command, too.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because like she just kept facing toward us before we got back to the break, but right on command, I think she knows how to play it up for the camera.
Yes, she does. So Betty's a fantastic dog. She's been to several kids' educational events. That's actually her at Root Coffee House here in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
We had a special pop-up adoption event just for her during the Christmas time, and she got to walk in Pittsburgh with all the Christmas lights and got to meet people. She is very human positive. She's very food motivated too, but at the end of the day, just like how she was coming on and giving you the commands, just seeing you, she loves people, is great with kids. She's just looking for a home with no other animals. But we're currently at full capacity right now. So we recently got in some support from a wonderful organization called Petco Love.
Oh, really?
And with their help this Saturday and this Sunday,
this is a good event coming up.
we will be waiving all dog adoption fees, won't we?
Yes,
we will. So that means that none of the dogs will have any adoption fees. All of our adoptable dogs are already spayed and neutered. They're microchipped, and they're up to date on their vaccinations too. We will also be offering our Foster to Adopt program as long as you fit within the Kansas Department of Ag's guidelines with us. And then all adopters are also going to get a free collar and a free leash too with their babies this weekend.
That's amazing. It's like, and I've heard of just so many great stories about like people either wanting pets or not expecting a pet to come to events like yours, and all it takes is just one look for them to find their forever friend and to give a wonderful animal like Betty their forever home.
Exactly. Now, we do recommend two things. So one, if you have another dog in particular and you're wanting to add another into your household, make sure you bring them. We will do meet and greets. We have play yards.
Okay.
Let's make sure the kids get along with each other. And secondly, if you rent, make sure to let your landlord know this weekend you will be getting a call maybe. So, because we still have to do landlord checks per Kansas Department of Ag. I know, you're excited for this weekend, aren't you? Thank you. Thank you.
I think she's the only one excited about the weekend given how our weather's looking, but I'm wondering if I had a quick question for you, if you don't mind. I guess for a dog like Betty, but I guess for other dogs too, I don't know if she's like a indoor or outdoor dog, but for those that may not or maybe first-time pet owners, even if a dog like Betty may or may not be outdoor pets, is there any way that dogs can like be outside at all during this heat, or is it just best to just keep them inside and keep them cool however they can?
Yeah, that's actually per our contract. Our dogs cannot be outdoor only. Have to be indoor or outdoor. Where mostly it's major ratio towards indoor, because again, especially with this state of Kansas, you guys have some crazy heat indexes sometimes. Per our actual protocol out at the shelter, if it comes over a certain degree out there, all the dogs come inside. Even if we have dogs that want to remain outside, it's for their best health interest that we get them into indoor areas. 95% of our shelter property is under AC and everything, but we never recommend to keep your dog outside. They're just like kids, and the thing is, they have double coats of fur too, so they will experience heat exhaustion. They will experience heat stroke, especially dogs like Betty, who has a black coat. She is going to suck up that sun wave, unfortunately.
Yeah, and unless I'm mistaken, it's like, I mean, dogs just try to relieve themselves of heat through certain ways. They can't sweat easily to cool themselves like us humans.
Exactly. No, you're 100% right. They think, oh yeah, you know, they're panting, they're relieving sweat. That way, no, they are very bad at relieving that. So,
I mean, it's like I think it's like panting and maybe I think through their paws. That's the only way
through their paws, but it's only through a small percentage. They don't unfortunately have a lot of ways where they can really shed off that heat, especially car trips in the summertime. We really don't recommend it unless you are going to places that already allow dogs. We did an example with kids this past weekend where we showed them an example of how long it takes for that car to heat up, even with air conditioning.
Yeah,
if you were to go in and get your groceries,
it heats
in
up
10 to
insanely
15
fast.
minutes, you've got a difference of almost 20 degrees inside your car. So going from 75 to 95, really, really quickly, especially for certain breeds like pugs who already have upper respiratory issues. You're asking for trouble. So please, during July, during August, please keep them at least partially inside. They need it. They need it.
And I guess the general rule of thumb is like if you can't handle it, the pets certainly can't handle it. So you need to keep them cool however they can.
Absolutely. A good rule of call, especially because again, they're fur babies. They need to be walked. Put your hand to the concrete. If that concrete is too hot for you to touch, do not let them go outside. Because again, they're walking on their skin. They're walking on their paws. If your hand's getting burnt, their paws are getting burnt. So please don't let them go out on that.
All right. Well, that's good to hear, Jasmine. It's a great test, certainly with the heat on the way. Before we go, though, any contact information, any way that people want to reach out to you about the event coming up especially?
Yeah, so you can head on over to our website. It's thesekhumanesociety.com. We'll be open this Saturday from noon to 4, this Sunday from 1 to 4. You guys can come out during that time and view all of our animals on property, or if you want to set up an appointment beforehand, head on over to our website again. You can fill out an application for any of our animals and we will get you a private appointment set up.
All right, that sounds good. We always love it when you stop by, Jasmine. Thank you very much. Thank you, Betty, for stepping by, or how about stopping by? There we go. And we'll be right back. Stick with us.